His hand is busted. Man, I'm trying to, I need to get a tutorial in stable diffusion. Leave links to good tutorials in the comments. Jake said he got the puff code. Look like a puff code in this photo. I'm trying to get better at stable diffusion. This is essentially like the program that all the AI generators use, but they just put guardrails on top of this. And I'm just running this off RunPod with some leftover credit. I got some leftover credit over here from people using my referral link to mine xeNFTs. You can find that down in the description if you want to get to mining xeNFTs. But yeah, sometimes I'll use some of the little credit I get, fuck around and make some advanced AI. I used to like doing AI video photos on Grok, but then they water tagged everything at the bottom, so that's not tight. That's not cool at all. Let's see what the hell this thing is dreaming right now in a second. But what's up, y'all? What it do? It's your boy Crypto Bruh, aka More World Peace, the DJ / producer, coming back again with another video about that Zen stuff and crypto stuff in general. Big ups to everybody that's here. I have no cred. Go get some cred, bro. What up, Dank? Yo, shout outs Frankie with the 10. Big ups. Appreciate that. Eve W in the house. Lita Rolando. T-Law Fitness. Usual suspects. Usual Zenians floating around cyberspace. Making sure they got their bases covered. Which I think is smart. But yeah, man, today is April 24th, 2025. It is Thursday. We gotta adjust the calendar just for the physical representation that we are here today. It's April 24th, bro. So the month is extremely over. Yeah, let's just look at it real fast. You know, I'm looking at XBurn. We're doing it. Somebody just came in actually right now. The account I had up was the buyback account. So this is the buyback account where when you burn your XBurn, a portion of the burn Zen, right? 20% is sent to the mechanism of the protocol, and 10% of it is sent to the swap and burn, and the other 10 is sent directly to the liquidity pool, right? So again, XBurn is first of its kind in Zen world. There isn't another burner like this. Everybody else has incentivized in different ways. So our incentivized aspect is helping the chart more than it is the product. The product itself, though, is very unique. XBurn as a token, it can be burned and it can be built on top of, and it can be used as liquidity. And this is kind of why, again, this is a very fair launched token. I used to like philosophically talk about like how DXN was a great way for us to do new products, and how Phoenix was a great way for us to do new products. Because again, the Zen world is supposed to be users, and they have currency called Zen. So if you're a developer, you're supposed to be making products for Zen users to spend, or in my case, or what we're trying to say, at least I think how others are articulating, is that spending isn't necessarily, I'm going to give you my Zen for some item. It's more of like, I'm going to burn my Zen. And when I do this burn, you know, this is where we are. Because again, when you burn your Zen, you're going to get X1 credit point, right? Or X1 burn point is what Jack has said. So burning your Zen kind of is the alpha action, because that's what it's designed for, right? It's inflating in mass because it's hyperinflational. And one of the disinflationary concepts is the burn. And Jack himself said he wants to be one of the biggest burners for Zen. And currently, unless you're saying, you know, you're part of the X1 concept, no one's trying to burn with you, right? I think that's like something that hurt DXN a little bit. They went a little too hard for exclusivity with the airdrop. And now that we're in the future and there's so much Zen, it makes a lot of sense. Like if X1 wasn't going to come out, you know, days after the project had released, then there was going to be an influx of supply and numbers could change. And that's like kind of, again, another thing built into X burn. Like it's designed to burn cbXEN with no incentive besides X1, right? Because that's coming out. Jack's whole livelihood is on it. People are building on the narrative now. Right? He'll really never be. I mean, maybe he just won't get into crypto. Maybe nobody will care. Maybe he'll move on and move into some like corporation and just be evil Jack. Evil Jack. But I think he has more integrity in his character. At least that's what I'm registering. So again, I feel comfortable helping others bring reason to something that's going to help the overall perspective, which is cbXEN's physical chart, right? And right now you can see there's resistance. So X burner came out, and then some people unstake and sold the news. And as you can see, there's not much Zen coming out. So those users actually are providing a discount. I'm on the minute right now, so this looks crazy. But I think as burners are introduced as well, we're actually seeing another piece of the research, which is some people, they're actually just waiting around for the pump. Right? They're not thinking about burning for X1. Like they're holding a big ass bag because they just want to dump it. So it is kind of, we should want more burners to show up so people have to show their hands, right? Because either you're going to be cold turkey and you're going to stay and not burn and not move at all so people don't see you, or you're going to become a noob and you're going to rush out of a stake or rush into a new situation because, again, in Zen world, every day is a new day. And in cbXEN, I'm glad we see this resistance because I've been looking at this 154 region. Every time we get there, there's a lot of activity, right? We come down, we go over, we come down, we go up. We came here, we rode it. So this is a super duper resistant line. And cbXEN is getting ready to fall into a natural market maker environment. It's going to be based on people who hold it. Like, yeah, I'm telling you, man, cbXEN is 100 times better than all the other Zens. Anybody who like all the other Zens, they're moving too slow from the G rank to the way people react. So it's okay because like they giving everybody time to like understand Zen, but cbXEN is moving. Like this is what Zen is supposed to be, or every cryptocurrency. Like I think if you're trying to get into crypto and you're saying I'm gonna make a token one day, some of the most successful tokens are ones that move, and also products that move tokens. That's why I think Pump Fund surprised everybody last year, because a lot of noobs in crypto weren't expecting people to feel empowered to make a shit coin. They were under the assumption everyone wanted to be Ivy League, have EDUs, and we're gonna follow the book. But instead, we got a bunch of shit coins and a whole degenerate like side of crypto that was wild, and Solana enabled it, which is also pretty insane. Like, but it's very cyber. Like I'm kind of glad, again, I was there for it, because people are coming to censor the chain for sure. They're coming to censor the chain, but we see how expressive human or man wants to be. And again, I think Zen is such a great Trojan horse on these EVMs, because it's fairly launched. Anybody can do whatever they want with it. And all that it's missing is market makers. And the community is the market maker, right? See, on Zen, on Ethereum, Jack introduced market makers. That's why OKX got into Zen. He introduced the market makers to Zen. So this was already gonna have a nice market cap. That's why you don't need to worry about XEN. It's going to do its thing, right? You need to make, in my opinion, you need to get as much Zen as you can for the moon parties, and doing it on Zen ETH. You should just be minting it and basically burning what you get from mints. And if that's like, again, if that's like where you, it's like, I don't know, you got to go hard too, bro. This isn't like you make 5 mints and you're done with it. Like, this is like a mint a day, because you got to keep up with the crowd and shit like that. And I can see from the G ranks on Ethereum that the crowd is super thin over there. That's why, again, I don't think there's a lot of, it's moving very slow. Like, it's moving very slow on Ethereum. So you don't need to rush. It's not like cbXEN, where again, every single day, this thing is living out a fair life. You have some people moving around. Now's a great time. That's why I'm like, yo, thank God the dip showed up, because now we can burn for X burn. So it's a whole new dynamic has entered cbXEN that was never there before. And then Ethereum Zen, again, you can create your own burner and start burning now if you want to. You don't have to like wait around or burn with this Fair Crypto, burn with Phoenix, burn with DBZen. You could literally just use GPT. Man, these things suck. Hey, that's cool. I look like a sun. God damn, this is garbage. Hold on, let me crush this. I'm gonna come back to it. I don't want to waste all my money. But yeah, see, I mean, like, cause yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things that are going on in the game right now, and with how fair Zen is, it's pretty much opening up the playbook for new developers, new ideologies, new idealists. And then you use platforms or tools like RunPod, right? And you can get everything you need to build a website, to build a movement. The thing is what do you attach yourself to? And that's kind of where I see a lot of crypto kind of like hanging out or like blowing in the wind, right? And where I see a lot of Zenians still trying to figure out where they are, right? Like, look at the volumes now. cbXEN, one dab. This is only one, bro. This is just the fun one too. This isn't even the idea. The idea is on the way, because there's more things that need to happen, and organically it's kind of going down because there's only one mission, which is to burn the most cbXEN, and that's the like-minded concept here between all the people who are positioned correctly. And what it is that if you're not a well on cbXEN, you're priced out, right? And that's what we're watching try to market make this 154,000 market cap range. Okay, so this is what's going to be really interesting though. I'm super bullish again on cbXEN. Where we are, this is like an again, some sort of automated range. It's very strong, as you can see. This thing has just been here this whole time. So whoever's been able to control cbXEN, they're about to lose control of it. Yeah. But yeah, this is the bottom right here. If you're below 150. So if you're buying cbXEN right now below 150 in the market cap, you're basically getting the bottom, because once it gets out of this range, it's over. I don't see it coming back here because we're burning the Zen now. I think that's also increasing the floor, since the Zen is disappearing and it's not being made as fast, and X burner is gathering liquidity. So you also see this happening where X burner is gathering liquidity because people are burning for it. And then since it's burning itself, it has like its own floor built into it, right? It's using cbXEN to burn itself back, right? So now you have X burner at a $15,000 market cap, right? And this is deep in liquidity with cbXEN. So if cbXEN starts to pull up, so does X burner, and X burner has less inflation, so it's going to trap more, value in it, right? And if it balances out correctly, that's why I'm thinking like Xburner should kind of be a consolidated version of cbXEN. But we don't really know the numbers because it's still too quantum, because it's burning itself. So it's not going to be like exactly spot on, but you'll know that like when cbXEN moves, Xburner moves. And then maybe one day when Xburner moves, cbXEN moves. And that's kind of how it should be. Like it should get to a point where people release a dApp in Zen and it lifts up the whole community. It's not just their dApp that wins. You know, if you build it correctly and you make sure it's being supported by the original blockchain or the original token, you know, you might see the best results. And that's what I think is about to happen here. We still don't have a lot of burners. Again, this is all people with their own tokens. So I still think there's a lot of room for burners to show up. And we're almost at 47 trillion cbXEN burned. And right now you can see that's the total supply of cbXEN is 870. The liquid supply has gone up a little bit. Oh, look at this total stake. So look at this is what I'm saying. So you see the total stake now is down to 586 trillion. So we're going to see players get the fuck out of cbXEN because they're just holding Zen on base for the pump. And now they're going to have to guess if this is it or not. Like, oh, is this it? Like, are they going to be doing it? And then that speculation is going to cause all this turbulence and things you never thought of. Like everything just changed because somebody who had a big bag decided to be like, oh, I got to move around. Now I can see this because when we looked at the liquid supply and stake supply, this is what's going to tell a lot of stories on cbXEN. Right? Like it surged up because people went, got out of stakes. Right? But I thought this was fascinating. Like now it's following the daily inflation. So as people get tokens, they're not staking them anymore because now they're like, oh shit, should I sell these while there's speculation? And that's kind of why, again, it's crazy how we get in cbXEN right now to this level. And I can see you. So we are at a very, very critical zone in cbXEN. This is probably one of the most critical. You can either dump to obliterant right now because somebody's going to have to wreck themselves. Like straight up eject up out of here. And then we'll get like really good burn percentages. So that's like the trade-off. Like if somebody decides to say, I quit cbXEN because I don't like Xburner because it's taking over. Right, we took the fuck over this. That's kind of why, again, I think there might be some people who are ready to shake out of cbXEN because you know, fuck it. You know, you could go back to ETH. The gas is just higher. So I don't know who's the winner or loser here. I think everybody should jump in. I don't think there's a winner or a loser, but I can see that like we've obviously shaken up the consistency because it was global rent goes up, staking goes up, right? And now we see 47 trillion off the market, right? Is that what that is right there? Here, let me see. So 371 to 276. What is that? So that's 95 trillion Zen. So yeah, they're like that's what I mean. Like it's weird. We took 47 trillion Zen off the market, but then there's players that are moving their Zen around. They were not doing that shit days ago. They weren't even thinking about it. Also, Xburner came out the cuts. Like I didn't even know Tree City West was gonna release it on 420. He talked about it, but he was like, I don't know. And he's like, all right, I guess it's good. It is flaw right now, like it's bumping. So yeah, I'm very curious. I'm getting ready to transform a lot of cbXEN into Xburner because I just want to be a whale in general in this total supply. The only way to be a whale in Xburner total supply is to burn your Zen. You won't be able, you could buy the chart, but that's kind of stupid. Right now you can see how close we are to the peg. And this is because liquidity is coming up, right? The only way to stop this from happening is to tell people to sell their X burner, or for someone to come in and sell all their tokens back, right? But it's again, you're not doing as much damage because there's not much Zen here. If I burn 3 trillion Zen and then I get like, you know, like the real trade-off will be when you can burn 3 trillion Zen and then sell the X burner for 3 trillion Zen. And then you're essentially getting 100% rebate on your burn with X burn. Now that, again, that's like a super duper abstract goal that I do hope we get one day, but we got to get past the peg. Once people can peg it and then realize like, oh shit, this is where we are. As long as this stays at 1 million, then we have the cat and mouse game of the market, because new people will show up and they'll buy it when it's below the peg. And then maybe they'll burn cbXEN, but we have to get X burner to a higher market cap. Like imagine X burner at a 10x or like 100x market cap, right? From here. So it'd be like cbXEN. Because it's possible now. The only thing holding back X burn is going to be all the retards in crypto saying that it's hyperinflationary because it's connected to Zen, not realizing that Zen has to be burned. So that kills it, you know? Like, are you going to come and burn the Zen and hyperinflate it? Because right now it's only 31 million. And as long as if no one's burning Zen, then it stays at 31 million. And then as people start to burn Zen, we can burn X burn using the burner Zen. Right? So this is a fun ass flywheel, and we'll see if people start talking about it. I don't know if anybody will, because again, things that make sense in Zen, people fucking hate them because they take over. They're like, nah, man, that makes too much sense. That shit's on what the fuck I was thinking about. That's how I'm feeling about it right now. Fuck class. Tell that professor Zen is Lord. Lols. Maybe. Nah, you need school, dude. You do need school. You need logical thinking, fundamental thinking. What's up, Downtown Clark? Welcome to the chat, bro. What's up, Samson? What's cracking? Watch the sellers cry when they don't have burn credits or Zen to get XNT. Their tears will be for years. Well, yeah, see, I mean, a lot of people aren't thinking about it in that regard right now. So many people are hyper focused on getting a return because they're down so bad, and they're like dragging everybody down with them. Again, instead of crying, we're building. 70 holders on XBurn right now. That's crazy. Right. And then the other special thing is that there's still some people who locked up their shit. Like this is designed well. Like you can lock up for the AMP. So there's people who have locked up their tokens and they don't plan on, dumping the chart. Just because like what can happen next? Right. The next logical what can happen next is something to do with these liquidity pools. Right. These liquidity pools are essentially like the bloodline between, in my opinion, Zen and then the broader market. Like one of the things that sucks on base is Zen is so broad. But now you have XBurn, which you can talk about as a base utility dApp for X1 chain, right? If you're on base chain and you want to go to X1, burn now, get some burn points. Now you can wait because again, one burn point is one burn point, but at the same time, cbXEN either has to get cheaper or like, cause that's what I'm saying. Like, how are you going to get the best rate? Right. Someone is fishing there. There's a lot of people fishing for the best rate. Man, this shit's almost oversold. Let's fucking get it. Everyone's gonna be fishing for the best rate. So having your own strategy is gonna gross you the most. And that's why I don't think a lot of people are gonna sell their their tokens out. So the way I've been trying to see it is like, you know, again on the daily. So this is Zenmon, it's their calculator. What up, Mind, Body, and Crypto? What it do, dog? I'm supposed to hit up my ship's reunion this weekend out in TX, but the crew isn't going anymore, and the other crews were lame. Bummed about that. But you headed west. Hey, safe travels, dude. Out there in the space of America. Let's see here. Man, this thing needs to update. If Steve Mon is watching, yeah, this needs to update because it's way more than that right now. At least it has been trending for a few months. At least 1 million people coming after you. 17 million. 17 whatever. 1.7 million. And then you can get like 500 VMUs on base chain. That might be changing though, because I see the gas is starting to go up, so it might get a little bit harder to make 500 VMUs. But yeah, so you see this is going down. This is kind of why, again, like X Burner is going to teach you how Zen tokenomics work, because you cannot deny this fact. The AMP goes down every day in Zen, and the only thing that can gross you more Zen is people showing up. So in cbXEN, we actually have like this amazing spontaneous time where a lot of people have been making it, but you can see the attention is dying. There was a consistency, and then whoever was doing that, they stopped. And now we have these giant gaps in between the attention, right? G ranks or daily C ranks is attention to detail in Zen. And when it starts to fall low like this, you know, it's not like a lot of people doing it. Maybe it's like 2 to 3 people trying to stay consistent, but they can't even keep the rhythm up, right? They're falling off a few days, and we're seeing these drastic gaps in G rank. So what this does is this hurts anybody coming later, because now you got this inflated G rank where if you make a mint, and let's say like you just happen to catch this side of the fucking party. like everybody who caught, this is what I'm saying, everybody who minted last year, we're getting Zen, but we're not getting it as maximum as it could be because not a lot of people were following us. In about 500 days, we're gonna see a really like a bunch of inflation. And again, yeah, X1 chain for sure is going to need to be out by 2026, or there's going to be way too much Zen on the market, even to keep up the ideology of like keep burning for X1. You know, I mean, unless that's what we are at with it, like either you burn today or you are late tomorrow. And yeah, so the G rank though, again, if people don't come after you, you don't get a little extra Zen. So you'll see right now, I think on average it's around 1.7 million C ranks being made on base. Like let's say we got the 500 VMUs, but then like base blows up and it's like 400, right? Like 400 or 4 million users coming after you on a day. You see we boost up, we add 1 million Zen to a day per VMU, but we got a 3x the total gross amount of users per day in order to get 1 million extra cbXEN, you know, while the AMP is going down and maximizing the VMUs to the core. So again, this is also kind of stupid to think about. Like this is redlining. Like imagine this is like learning how to this math that I'm showing right now. Like this is like the ultimate amount of space you could take up on base chain to get as much out of the block as you possibly can. And only, again, so many people can do this. It's not like everybody can do this. So if a few people start to do it, gas starts to go up and it wrecks the rhythm. The alpha rhythm is really to try to stay at hum in between all this maximum stuff. And that's why, again, I'm not betting on the C ranks rising. They'll only rise if people like the chain. And that's what we saw in cbXEN. People actually like it. So they came and they made mints with no encouragement. They encouraged themselves, right? We look at XEN, and this is why it's dying. XEN has no territory in America, because I think it's only American territory would have been with Pulse Chain people, but they all shitted on it. So now look at the G ranks. Yesterday there was only 7,000 C ranks created. Nah, fuck that. Don't show them the alpha. Player versus player now. What's up, Arnett? Get those burn credits, homie. Get that XNT credit how you can, because Bark and Soul Degens are coming with that rug, with that shitcoin rug money. Yeah, now see, when they show up, bro, they're gonna make it so hard to get these points. Like, cause right now everyone sees these Zen, like it's a Zen token, boy, but like, yo, you're gonna burn that thing. You're gonna have to. Ethereum is dead. We're having the time of our life on base chain, and it's because it's a Disneyland inside of a Disney World. But yeah, these C rank numbers are garbage. Like, you can't tell me it's hard for you. Like, that's why I'm like, when people show me XEN, I'm like, are you looking at what is going on over there? Like it's market makers holding up the price and Jack Levin playing with everybody's head. Like, you're gonna enter your $100 over here, and that's just gonna not go anywhere, right? You're gonna be waiting around for your $100 to do something. But if you come over to cbXEN and you enter $100, right, you could put it to work, because you can burn it and then stake the X burn, right, to the LP and make some yield, because people are trading over here actively, right? And X burn got upside because it's undiscovered price right now. Motherfuckers are scared. Motherfuckers are scared. Motherfuckers showed up and did what exactly we wanted to happen, which was it dump crazy, and then a buyback happened, and it pump, and a floor was created. So the only way we get back to something like this is if somebody burns enough to get enough X burn to corrupt the chart again. But then it would just be the same cycle, because the buyback would burn it, pump it up, and create a floor from that individual who decided to come and burn Zen. So it's, again, I think this is a really good move for cbXEN as we again start to go into the next phase. And I'm curious to, you know, how do the other Zen start to perform, because this volume is going to continue to move up. Right. cbXEN, this is like, these are undeniable things, bro. cbXEN used to always have it used to be like Polygon and OPZen, where it was less than $1,000 worth of trading. Right. We know that PZen has good volume because it has a market making bot on top of it that continues to trade and give it volume. Right. But you can see like what the difference is between a bot and people. Right. There's way more makers over here, way less volume, way more transactions, or not way more transactions, but very similar transactions. So these are more meaningful transactions, obviously, because of how many makers there are. There's not that many people transferring them around. And then you can say the same for Zen base lols. Same for Zen ETH. These are very meaningful transactions because there's 108,000 in volume, right? And again, I feel like if you're a market maker, you should totally be an ETH Zen. Like if you got like $100,000, like, yo, get into this shit. Like, what the fuck? If I had $100,000 to just throw away, I would 100% come in Zen and take it the fuck over. But again, I don't have capital like that, and that's what is the missing ingredient. So somebody else is going to come in and be the bandit of Zen. We can't move that chart, but we can move cbXEN. Right? That's kind of how I always come to this conclusion. I can move cbXEN. Let's see what happens with OPZen. I hope somebody drops a burner. Yup. Don't mint ETH Zen. Well, the gas is really high right now. Right, the gas has been going up because of the FUD on Ethereum, and we've been saying this, like, welcome to the channel, but yeah, you can't move mountains on Ethereum without pushing the whole network. This is classic struggle TV on this thing. Every chain suffers from this, and that's kind of why I like Base Chain, because Base took another design angle to gas because they want mass adoption. So they're essentially eating. Well, I mean, it's working in their favor, but they're eating the bill on the chain instead of giving the chain bill to the users. And that's what helps a Base chain save on gas. Same for Optimus. All the layer 2s are in the same boat because they're pretty much centralized entities that are supporting the network so that they can have access to the Ethereum blob space. Yo, somebody come over here and burn this thing, bro. It doesn't need to be me or Wes. It could be anybody. I think if this had a foreign burn, it'd be better anyways, not an American burn. All the Americans are on Base Chain, and a few of and a selected amount of Europeans. That's why I'm thinking right here, this has to be someone who does not agree with what we're doing. Because what in the fuck? Why would you sell your cbXEN right now? You just need to hodl it and we're gonna burn it all. But I do enjoy the discounts, so definitely invite it. That sucks. NBC. Oh, fucking shit's whack. Uni stats. Weather is nice in Texas. Hey man, the weather is nice here in New York. It's beautiful. We're finally getting some good weather on this side of the hemisphere. Man, gas is high during the day, immediately drops back to sub 6 after 5 p.m. Yeah, but you know what's funny is that like you could not make a move right now. Like there's no launching in the free market in Ethereum. All your launches happen at night. Like what the fuck? What is this, a nightclub? ETH nightclub. I'm being a hater. But yeah, I think ETH is still bullish, so I'm not gonna hate on don't own ETH. I think it's a good portfolio coin. But again, I'm still super sold on Solana. I don't talk about what I do in Solana much on my channel. I'm just simply waiting for X1 chain, and then I can talk about what we do on Solana. Until then, I encourage you go find out what you can do on Solana. There's just so much going on over there. And I mean, right now, you know, I just do the memes on Solana. And meme cultures, they're launching shitters left and right over there. Yesterday they had the Trump. Dude, I took advantage of that Trump. Shout out Tree City West for coming into the chat yesterday and dropping the MO on the Trump and Melania. So I ended up swooping both of these. Oh, this is on the move again. Melania trying to go for part 2 on day 2. I might have to see what's up with this. Same with Trump. Let's see. Wow, Trump hold that $10 floor. You see, yeah, but this is a double-edged sword because it makes no sense for the price to go up in the Trump thing. So like the whole yesterday was the spec, and I think that was the pump. Like I think if you didn't get into this yesterday, you're gonna be buying into people dumping on you because maybe it can go again, and maybe you get a little bit, play a little risk play on this meme here with Trump. But the thing about it is you're gonna need a lot of coins to be in the top, and maybe that's when it's like, yo, maybe position yourself where you got a low risk play on this. Maybe someone really does like buy into the top 220. Maybe it's like a super duper maybe, because that's the speculative concept of the news. It's like Trump didn't have to say that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like they could just mean it. They don't have to say it. Once they say it, it don't mean nothing to me. But yeah, looking at the holders, it'll be the top 200. Oh, that's a Trump allocation. Well, shit, they got a lot to do because a lot of the holders too are exchanges, Kraken, Robinhood. That's crazy. I've never seen. That's how futuristic Solana is. You never see a Robinhood cold wallet in Ethereum. Heck no. But yeah, there's a lot of money up here, millions of dollars. So let's see, what's the top? I think it's like top 220, right? Smooth operator, shout outs to them. Damn, so 392,000. We'll just round up, say 400K. 400K to go to dinner with Trump. That's not bad. Financial laws are no longer exist. There's a pending Trump ETF out there. Oh hell nah. ETH is going crazy as teddy bear wait. What is a teddy bear? Is that this thing? I haven't actually looked at this yet. This like top address, but is this like is this the teddy bear thing? Oh, never mind. This is just a fucking this is just a UST pool farming Ethereum like crazy. But what's Teddy? The hell is that? You know who has crazy yields right now? Fucking Uniswap. Look at this shit. 10,000% APR if you move your stables and your ETH to Unichain. And I mean, this is where we are now. Like, you can choose the party whatever you want to choose, bro. That's why I'm going hard in Zen, because I don't really see the benefit in me chasing the dragon with all these other people. Like chasing a Trump dinner. Like, fuck, man. I gotta chase the Trump dinner. Like, come on, man. Or I gotta move my stable coins to Uni and get a bunch of Uni coins and dump them on their fucking users' heads so I can, you know, stay alive. Got family to feed. But yo, this is a good place to stake your coins right now. And why, again, like, it's all the same shit. Like, what's stopping XBurner or some other developer coming in and taking this to the next level and providing APR pools, you know, which would be, I mean, it's really possible. Something I had thought of with the XBurner to provide fair yield would be taking we'll be making, again, the liquidity pools, and then making a smart contract with the liquidity pools. Oh, I gotta bring them up so I can talk about it together. But what someone should cook is you take this pool and you make it like, again, this is like the mega pool. So we constantly keep trading XBurner for cbXEN, and again, just keep cbXEN moving so it has volume. But you take it so that people burn, or like a contract burns for XBurner, and that's where the APR comes from. Like how they got this crazy like 10,000% APR, like they can make the coins and give them out and inflate it, right? So essentially in XBurner, we don't really have that power to inflate the XBurn. The only way to do it is to burn cbXEN. So you would essentially need to capture the cbXEN and burn it into XBurn to create inflation. And that's kind of why I'm like, yo, what a crazy ass flywheel if someone did make like that type of liquidity pool or that type of logical structure to start a solid foundation, because you can build crazy on top of that. If you have something that's always feeding, if there's a feedback loop where now you don't need to worry about where the token come from. Oh, the token is coming from the feedback loop. Like, it collects a little bit of the fees, it buys cbXEN, it burns the cbXEN, it turns into XBurner, and then it gives the APR to the people who provide the liquidity. Now again, the threshold on that would be how much, and also who's getting the XNT for burning the XBurn. But that all goes back to the politics of X1 chain, because anybody could step in and make some sort of robust system like that. And then, you know, this is why, again, Zen won't burn forever, because anyone could make a robust system like this. It's just not the community members. We're just so close to it. We can think of the ideas, and with GPT and a little bit of weeks, that shit might come to life. Straight up. What up, Rico? Rico live. Yeah, cbXEN makes me feel like Emoji Drac, hardcore diamond hands Indians. Yo, Emoji Dracula is still cooking too, bro. It's only down when Solana's down, but this is a nice range. Just hold it. Don't count out Dracula. It's on Solana. It's a meme coin. It's what they want. Look at this shit. It's what they want. Give the people what they want. Emoji. You got the Zen cat over here, still kicking. Again, you could tell that these are like where the cults are, because nobody's selling on the, you know, that's the only reason it's up. Nobody is selling from the bottom. They got bigger plans. There ain't no reason. Trump steaks and Trump wine. Shout outs, P.o.P. I am in too deep. I'm thinking on working on my cbXEN bag. Well, think of it like this. If you're the thing again, that this goes back to past world, before burners, before building. How do we think it's in? It's about your favorite chain. Go to where you have the most native and make the most Zen. Don't buy native coins to make Zen coins. That's backwards. That's how you lose money. That's how you do become a pleb Zenian who's gonna cry because you went to Polygon and you brought $1,000 to make Zen when you didn't have it there, right? It seems everyone who has a pleasant experience in the Zen community, it's because they already own the native, or they went in with the mentality that they're making Zen. That's why I like ETH, Zen on cbXEN and Optimism, because those are the most reasonable Zenians. It feels like they know exactly what they got themselves into. It's usually outside the spectrum of the ETH token. And it makes sense. Again, like if Polygon promised you that they were going to be sick with it, so you joined an app, and the app lost popularity because it's on a lot of other chains, and Polygon, you know, isn't as popular, you should be mad at Polygon, because that's who fucked you up. Like, it's their fault too. God damn, man. This is where you get all the burn points from, though. Bruh, you know what we should do? Tree, you should drop this shit on Polygon. But let me get some Polygon tokens first. There's so many over here. It would bring it'd raise a question of like, how hard are people really working? Because what if a burn contract like X Burner moves people around chain and they start burning again, and then like it'll be like a new wave. Like, people won't care that you've only burned as much as you have. They would really come to the conclusion where it's like, yo, you had time. Like, this shit hit another ATL and you still didn't go and get a bunch of coins at the ATL and burn them so you had points. Like, you just kept crying and was just waiting for like more people to say the narrative you're saying or something. Like, let me see, you get $100 over here on Polygon. How much you yielding? Damn, that's $1 trillion. You can get $1 trillion over here for $100. Cause you also have to think of it like this too. Well, like go down rabbit holes of like optical illusions, because this is an optical illusion. The optical side of this is that you see that there's a lot of cbXEN, or excuse me, you see there's a lot of mXEN, but like that's an optical illusion because you're just seeing a number. You don't have the chance to obtain that. And if someone did go in right now and try to get this 87, they probably spend like $10,000, and it would take this to a whole nother fucking area of speculation, right? So The numbers are optical illusions. Getting $1 trillion for $100, that's $1 trillion burn points, right? And it might be coming from Polygon, and that's why the next game in the system of burn points is like, okay, who's the whales over here, so I can see their mannerisms, because maybe they go hard, like maybe they're actually dumb, you know? And when X1's announced, they burn all their points in like 2 to 3 days, right? Like they have 100 trillion burn points, but they don't know how they're gonna space it out, and they just do literally like 50 trillion day 1, 50 trillion day 2, 50 trillion day 3, 50 trillion day 4, and then they just try to get as many XNT as they can in the very beginning to get that very beginning, right? Like we're not gonna sit around and act like that's not gonna happen. Like there's going to be a lot of people who want to be as first as possible, and the only way to do that is to maximize, right? So don't sleep on all the extra Zens. Like if you've burned, like let's say you burned a lot on cbXEN already, you know, maybe this is when you venture, you change up your strategy a little bit. You go, okay, I'm gonna go to another flagship blockchain and dip my toes in the water because there's nobody over there. Another one is Avalanche. Nobody's over here. Like nobody's over here. But it's gonna take a real, that's what I'm saying. Like if you got like $5,000, this isn't financial advice, but like if I had 5,000 free hanging dollars, I'd probably get $1,000 of every chain. And I do like, in like sidechain land, I do like cbXEN, OPXEN, PXEN, AXEN, and then for the 5th one, I would just flip a fucking coin, because you're gonna have to choose. You got BXEN, FMT, Moonbeam, ETH.POW, PXEN. All of those ones are pretty unique, but I think like AXEN, OPXEN, MXEN, ETH, and cbXEN, those ones are solid. Yeah, those ones are solid. But yeah, no one is on Avalanche. 100T is the whole cbXEN liquidity supply. Yeah, there's not enough on cbXEN. Pole is super soy. Yeah, that's what we're gonna make Pole sick with it. But that's kind of what I'm at with it. Like the upside potential on price and all of the Zens are crazy because nobody actually has enough. Like again, the optical illusion. If one person comes and says, you know what, I need 18 trillion burn points, and that's all that's available here, and we're at the day of burn point injection, there's going to be users who don't give a fuck, and that's what's going to make what you see today never be seen again. You saw it as a big ass number because you never had, like you only had $100, like you weren't expecting for it to like change, right? I think OPXEN is also pretty fascinating because it mimics Zen on Ethereum with the low price. Yeah, shout out to OPXEN. That's what's next. Now we can start talking about OPXEN. Oopsies. PXEN 1K. The whole circulating supply is 1Q, right? Oh yeah, so like yeah, this is where I'm at with it. Like I like ETH.POW, but I gotta keep it real for new people coming in because they have what I would say, like this is what, how do you say this? This is why you want to be in cbXEN for fairness, because on some of these airdrop chains, people had access to a bunch of coins, and some people, they transformed all those tokens into Zen coins and they've burned them. So you'll be going up against like burn. That's what I mean. Like I think burn points now, though the integrity of the burn point is the airdrop. And if a team airdropped a lot of coins there's really no integrity on the chain. So don't expect to like come in and win. Like the winners are going to be the people who are in the chain. Same on Polygon. Like I'm telling you just to come over and get some burn points, but it's soy over there. They got a shit ton of coins and people have burned a shit ton. Here, look here. We'll look here. The burn dashboard for Polygon. Yeah, we'll look at the top 3, which is Polygon, Phantom, and VVZen. So VVZen, and they have a crazy amount of burn points because yeah, one person or one wallet or something, they made like, right, as you can see here, they made 53 million C ranks in one day. Like insane. And then it was never like that again. So that is unfair, right? That is actually unfair, but it's fair because it's their chain. Nobody, I mean, it's not their chain. It was obviously a fork of the P.o.W. Ethereum chain, but it's like what I'm saying, like someone believed in Zen on that chain and they performed the action. They made the Zen, then they burned it, right? And that's why this is like looking great, because that inflation from this C rank explosion didn't ever actually reach the chart. It just went straight into the burn. So that's the double-edged sword there. It shows the power of what the burn can do for the chart as well with the stakers, right? Like cbXEN, more stakers than liquid supply. So that, or my bad, VVZen. So that gives them an advantage. But that increase of burn points for one particular account means that they could hold the auction down on VVZen for the whole time it's running. Like you would be you're going up against, like, again, the airdrop minter. Seeing again, and this is why I like cbXEN, because it's denominated in Ethereum, and we can see that there was a lull where people didn't chance it, and then they came back. So this is a whole new a new era in cbXEN. What happened here doesn't really matter, because this inflation needs to come onto the market. And while this inflation is coming, this inflation that was created is being used. And that's kind of why, again, we're seeing staking is holding up well. Liquid is holding up well. You know, C ranks are growing well. Like, it's really a living organism more than just people spinning the wheel. So here on Polygon, let's see here. The total. The only thing that's what I mean. Like, we need to get better burn stuff, because this doesn't count like people burning on their own. So far, this is saying 903,073 million. So this is saying 115 trillion Zen has been burned on Polygon. Oh man, this is actually kind of crazy now that I'm thinking about it. We're about to put it together, because there would be that opportunity. Like, if you burn on cbXEN, oh man, yeah, cbXEN's gonna be fucking crazy. Because yeah, you want to be on both sides of the party on the cbXEN world. You want to have a stake bag and you want to have a burn bag. So that's what's hard to have. You can't have both, or you have to start the journey towards both. And that's kind of where it gets expensive, because you need to get trillions to start the journey. Either you wait 516 days to get trillions of Zen, or you buy it today and it pushes the price against you. You become your own difficulty. And then that's why, again, now you can't just sit around on your hands, because the whales are burning their Zen and they're going to have all the burn points. So then you'll only get upside. So you're really stuck in cbXEN at that point. Yeah, if you're not trying to use your Zen, I would get the fuck out of cbXEN right now, because you're going to get trapped and the whales will control your emotions, because you're not down. You're like you're not in it for the burn, and everybody's already positioned themselves. They're minting a lot and they staking a lot and they can burn. And that shit is expensive. And as more people join the gang, it only increases the market cap. And inflation is good because more people can get it. And access to the mint is inflation. You don't necessarily need to make coins to make inflation. They just need to get to the minting portal. Then they can mint as many tokens as they want. They can burn, right? That's what's happening with cbXEN or the X burner. It's not that we're changing the game. It's just a lot of experienced Zenians that minted the Zen. So now they can burn it. They didn't have to go and buy it off the chart. Or maybe they did buy it and it was the bottom of the chart. So it didn't really mean anything because, again, it was bought to be destroyed. Right? So then that's why, yeah, anybody who's been burning, you got the most position. You got the most power. And you're going to be the most dominant in the moon parties. Anybody who's waiting to start burning or isn't making more noise to get a burner, right? So maybe you do kick down the door on Tree City West and you try to get him to get, Zen burn on your chain so you guys can start getting to work. But yeah, you're pretty much priced out. Whoever's been burning, they already won. So yeah, you should have been burning. You're hearing this right now and you're not positioned anywhere in Zen to make a gain. You already got the playbook. Buy a bulk, stake it. Maybe don't burn it yet. Maybe yield some Zen. So like that's like my I'll show you my strategy on base chain before I sign off. So we've been here for like an hour. Yo, what up, Savon? What it do? Should I stop staking my cbXEN then? Nah, man, rotate that. Well, I don't know how much you have, but that's what I do. So I have my 4 trillion and I'm rotating this every day. So I do a one day stake and I'm yielding 1.7 billion Zen a day. So what I'm doing, bring up the stupid calculator. So what I'm doing, 1.7, is I'm gonna burn every 10 days. So I have 17 billion Zen to burn every week, essentially. And then what that does is I'm gonna keep compounding, right? I'm gonna keep compounding, and whatever this extra Zen is at the back end, because that's what I'm doing. I'm basically rounding up. So if I'm getting 1.7 billion a day, then I just need to say I got 1.7 billion. Whatever the extra Zen is in the background, that's the compound. So as long as I just keep this strategy of compounding Zen with the 14% APY, once this APY goes to 13, 12, 11, I will have some extra Zen in my principal. And then like breaking down the principal is where I'm trying to understand how I'm moving now, because now I'm buying Zen, right? And I used to buy Zen and put it directly in the stake, but it's almost like I'm buying Zen to refill my burn tank while like I burn Zen, right? It's like I'm buying Zen for the future and I'm using the staked Zen for the present, but I just got to delay some days so I can accumulate some compound. And then now I'm getting an edge on everybody else because, that's the edge. The only other edge out of this is to mint, but you can't mint by the day because Zen isn't profitable yet. Right? That's why what could happen. Oh, you got 15 billion Zen? Bro, you should go for 100 bill. Try to get 100 billion. I literally buy $5 worth of Zen every hour on Uniswap. That's literally the crypto bro play, bro. The crypto bro play is have a baggie of ETH, right? Like $100 worth of ETH. And then you should be actively investing in crypto anyways, in my personal opinion. There's no better hedge versus the dollar. So like, why would you want to sit? Why would you want to sit in fiat? Like that's another mental thing you have to get yourself out of. I guess I'm a super pro user. Like, I do not like having fiat unless it's for bills. That's like my fiat. It's for bills. It's not for snacking. I might snack money in crypto, and that's kind of why like you should be actively buying it. Because if you're like right now, I remember when $5 would get me 14 billion, and now it's 900 or 9.8 billion, and I'm still buying these lows because again, this is you can't attain this in the stake, right? Like for me to stake and get 9 billion, I'm gonna need like, what the fuck? There's also a staking calculator here. One day, what is this? This is 50 billion. So we in the cbXEN world. So we already in the trillions. All right, so that's 50 trillion. At 14%. Yeah, if you got 50 trillion stake, you can yield 19 billion a day right now. And then you'll do 17, 16, 15. So like let's cut that at half, 25. Yeah, so that's where it'd be. I would need 25 trillion staked, and I can get $5 worth of XEN a day. But in order for me to get 25 trillion XEN, I need to buy it off the DEX or make it. And that's where you run into another issue, because there's not 50 or there's not 25 trillion on the DEX, right? The DEX only has 18 trillion. So like, okay, cool, I'm gonna go and get this 18 trillion. Fuck no, because if you do it, you're gonna bust you're gonna make the price rip. And then but then that's what I said. It's like everyone's gonna sell on your head, but you know where the floor is after someone were to leap in like that, I don't know. And that's how fair XEN is. Like it comes down to that part where you can't leap ahead. You can't do it if you want to be a staker. You can't do it if you want to be a mentor. You can't do it if you want to be a burner. Right? Like if you want to get ahead of the burners, now you're again, we're more powerful together than separate. All roads lead to that theory that you could burn on your own, but why wouldn't you want to use the burn as a transaction and add value to the transaction? Right? Somebody had left a comment on my last video saying, how do I make a solo burner? And that's kind of why I know, like, if you're not burning billions, you're not burning enough. You might as well just sell now and wait for XNT to come out and buy it, or do XENM, because you're not gonna have enough. You're gonna need trillions of burn points on multiple chains if you're not doing one chain. Right? That's why on ETH I'm like torn, because I'm not gonna have a lot of burn points over there. It's really hard for me to want to buy this shit. Ethereum is like so hard for me to buy because the ETH is dead. The layer 2s are alive, and that's actually going against the classic world. So I feel kind of icky, but it is what it is. It's the same like Wrap BTC. Like Wrap BTC is icky, but the new world is all about it. They're all about stables and Wrap BTC, and they're the majority now. They're not the minority anymore, like we are. Like anyone who believes in Satoshi and like the vision, like that's actually like not the hype anymore. It's not real. Like people want to see results. They don't want to hear about a vision. And that's kind of why I like Base and all the side chains right now, because that's where the vision lives, even though it's cringe. But thank God for X1 chain, so we can get the hell out this cringe EVM. And that's up to you. I'm on my way out. Peace. X1's dropped, I'm out. I'm moving to X1, and that's where we're headed. And that's why, again, I don't see cheap XEN when there's a lot of people that think like this, because there's not enough due to the optical illusion of there being a lot of coins when there's no activity. Even on Zen ETH, bro, there's not enough coins. Jack gets to dictate it too. That's one thing I kind of hate about what Jack gets to do. That's why, yo, pick up some ETH Zen. Like, don't get it twisted. I'm just being very critical about it. But Jack, he is gonna tell people one day to burn for X1, and he's not gonna say base. Like, he's not gonna say base. He's gonna tell people to go and do it on Ethereum, and then they'll learn that they can make production on a side chain way cheaper. But then they're gonna again be stuck in a gridlock where they have to wait 500 days to get their production just to get into X1 chain. So ETH is gonna be special because it's the banger. Like, that's what he's gonna say. Like, oh, go get some Ethereum Zen. There's only 5 trillion over here. There's not, you know what I'm saying, it's an optical illusion. This is reverse though, where the pooled Zen is 353,000. So the optical illusion on ETH Zen is how much it's worth. And it's the assumption it can never be worth more. People think it needs to be worth less. But I'm like, you know, that's just worth more, man. But since everybody thinks it's worth less, I'll go ahead and agree with y'all because I don't mind a discount. That's pretty much it right there. That's not a lot. That burner just proved it. For real. I thought there was 101 trillion circulating supply. Of what? Of P.o.P? Here, let's see how much P.o.P is out there. Yeah, see, Polygon hasn't done a lot. I know ETH Pal is kicking ass, 188. So you see, these are like, these are the numbers that we're about to do on cbXEN and make everything make sense, because it's been done in environments where the Zen is worthless. All right, it's only worth money to the people on the chain. But in cbXEN, it's attached to base chain and it's attached to Ethereum, so there's more people involved. Wow, I would expect more Phantoms Zen to have been burned by now. But only 95. I mean, yeah, we're about to flip this. Yeah, trillions with a 5. Yeah, 95 trillion. So yeah, that's not that much, man. We about to flip this. I thought 100 trillion was a lot, but it's not that much. I guess when there's 800 trillion. That's how you, man. Yo, everyone is staked on VV Zen. They're all gonna burn their fucking Zen, dude. That's the only way out of this. Man, good luck to ETH Pal. That's gonna be a sight to see. That's the only way out. I don't think people buy it though. I think it's all mined, because it keeps staking it. That's another thing you can see here that we're changing in cbXEN. So in cbXEN, you're gonna have to buy it. With the introduction of Zen burner, you're gonna have to buy cbXEN. It's not gonna be like the problem with VZen. I think this is your ultimate pool too. I don't think I'm tripping. I think this is the one with all the pairs, because AZen got my ass with this the other day. Yeah, see, this is the one with all the volume. $900 worth of volume. So you got 9 trillion over here, and you only got $900 worth of volume. That's kind of why I go back to the whole Jack is making everybody build up their chain. And the only way to invite randos, like people who don't have a home in Zen, to your chain is to provide them with liquidity or some sort of volume. So if there's no volume on the chain and there's a lot of stakers on the chain, it's obvious that if you're going there for burn points, you're fucked. Like, yeah, you probably want to go to P.o.P. So yeah, P.o.P has 1.5 quadrillion. So six zeros. And most of it is liquid, and half of it or a third of it is staked. And look at the G rank exploded. See, man, I'm seeing this from all angles now. Yeah, we're breaking the Zen world with cbXEN right now. Man, yeah, if you're stuck on an old chain, you might want to move into cbXEN. I know I'd be just chilling about it, like not really. I'm not chilling it at all, but like from this number, I'm just witnessing it. In my, just with my Zen nature, this is out of whack. This is like broken. Like the G rank isn't growing, and supply isn't being staked, and nobody is burning it. So it means when X1 is released, everyone's gonna burn their coins, and they're not gonna buy more P.o.P. Because why would they? Like after the X1 is announced, there needs to be competition on the chain. Unless like, okay, the only other thing I can think of is if someone makes a burn token that's 100% fee. Okay, Tree, drop that shit on Pulse Chain. Fuck it, bro. Yeah, you should drop it on Pulse Chain. They need it the most. Pulse Chain probably needs X burner the most, so you could weed out who's really there. And it would make a lot of sense for you guys, so you can see if it's worth it. Like if a bunch of people start burning for X burner and a lot of the supply is deleted, then you'll know like, okay, cool. Like it's kind of like a little bit of relief off the system. So there's not like this tension built up when X1 drops. Nobody cares about the coin afterwards. That's kind of what burners will do for the Zen. It'll keep them around. But yeah, if there's no development on the chain in Zen, then it's less likely that people will come and repurchase it. It's more likely they'll just make the Zen and burn it and get the fuck off that chain. Yeah, there's zero game theory. Hold on, I gotta see P.o.P burn records real quick. Yeah, that's ETH POW. By the way, running a validator earns you XNT credit. It shows a credit number on your validator. I think that's what the credit number means. Yeah, it could be. I mean, yeah, you get extra XNT from running a validator. That's what you get XNT right now from a lot of different ways. Zen is just a social experiment, but it's a living coin. So, if you know what you're doing, if you're a crypto enthusiast, you could totally freak it. Bro, what time is it? Oh man. Oh, okay, yeah, I've been streaming for a hot minute now. We done minting over there. Gas is all fucked up. Check my DMs. Where, Farmer Brown? You better not send me nothing that's too scary. Oh, you should have put he put he lows he. I'll keep that one under the wraps. Thanks for that DM, dude. I feel special. Nah, that's facts though. Yeah, like I can actually see that on the chart though. I can see that somebody has stopped burning one, and again, I've solo burned. You don't burn enough to impact. The only impacting burns will be group burns. They will not be you. Unless you decide to take on the game and you're like, I'm about to get 30 trillion and burn that shit and say, fuck everybody, right? Then like, okay, cool. Maybe you might make some noise, but you only get to do it once, right? You only get to burn 30 trillion once. Don't spend it all in one place. So yeah, I can definitely feel like people would stop burning. DBZen was supposed to keep Zen burning, but again, it died off due to the incentive of Ethereum. And then Phoenix was supposed to keep people burning, but Phoenix did not wrap itself in Zen, and I think that's its one flaw. It could fix it, but it's really on Joe Blowett. It doesn't really seem like he, like, you know what I'm saying? Phoenix is finished, so he doesn't need to really pay attention to it and make it like a lifelong project. Someone from the community can like spark up Phoenix and get it alive. Damn. Yeah, Pulse Chain is dead, dude. 26 trillion burn. Damn, that shit is dead. Look at Ethereum. Ethereum is dead. So you won't need a lot of burn points. It's like on ETH right now. I mean, we're gonna need a lot because I mean, I guess people are like minting. Yeah, Ethereum is in the same boat as cbXEN. You should have been burning, or you should have been minting, or you could mint right now and wait and be part of a very large burn event in 2026. But right now, yeah, there's not that many burn points, so it won't. If X1 were to come out like on ETH, like it'd be, yeah, like it's like there's nobody burning over there. Yeah, man. I don't know how they're gonna do it. They gotta incentivize developers to create burners. That hit me this morning when I was looking at how much we've burned. I'm like, damn. I mean, like, how do you say this? The group doesn't need it. Like the X burner doesn't need incentivization. But if they incentivize a developer to put ideas out and they give them a little bit of XNT drip because they created some sort of burn mechanism for the Zen coin, that would actually help Zen burn a lot. But what I see right now is it's a failure. From the success we've seen on ETH, from the success that everybody else has seen on ETHPAL and Polygon, and now that we've seen it on base chain, we need more burning to happen on Ethereum. Like it's not, there ain't enough burned over there. 12 trillion. I mean, you couldn't get 12 trillion off the chart, so that's what I mean. It's pretty locked in. I mean, but you could still get 12. You could get at least 5 trillion and just throw it in the furnace. Yo, if you're not bullish on Zen, you don't know what the fuck is going on. You can't deal with PLS. The gas, what's the gas like over there nowadays? I've fallen off Pulse Chain. Not too bad, seems. 2 million. The Zen game is so much funner though. Yo, another crazy thing is that on Ethereum is that gas is unstable right now. If you had a, oh my, you see, yeah, like you're gonna get, it's gonna be so hard to get XNT on Ethereum. Literally, the price appreciation of Zen is the only reason to be on ETH. Like, price gonna go up because the common knowledge is not all out there. Is what I'm trying to get at. So they're gonna pump it because they don't get it, right? So you can get in now and put your $1,000 in, stake it up. Start daily stakes and just ride the wave as like all these people start to like really come into Zen and try to find out where they should be for the X1 launch. But like right after this research project right now today and looking at everything, see, this doesn't have X burner in it. Or did it include it? No, I did it. It says we've burned 45 trillion. So like if you add X burner to this cbXEN, you know, DBXEN, xeNFT, and Phoenix burn, then we would be up at 80 or 90 trillion cbXEN has been burned. So that's just as much as Pulse Chain. 5 trillion less than Pulse Chain. Oh, I mean, my bad. That's way more than Pulse Chain. I think that was is it Phantom? Yeah, Phantom. So this is what I'm saying about base chain. Base chain has a lot of activity and a lot of stakers, and it's just, again, it's a living organism. It's getting ready to surpass the burn amount of Phantom, and it has 1 year less in rotation than Phantom. So it's inflated faster than Phantom, and the inflation has been maintained better than Phantom. And Phantom has small blocks, 45 VMUs per block on Phantom. So everything about Phantom was bad business logic. None of it was about scaling. The Zenians came in and blew the shit out of this chain. And you could have just done that on base, and you would have, like, this is going to be the hard L to take, but yeah, you don't need to be on every side chain. You just need to be on the one that works the best. Like, being on all the side chains is overexposing yourself to Zen. You should only be there if you have the native, because now you don't have to spend money to make Zen. You just burn what you have. If you're looking for the best chain, it's gonna be in the G rank versus total supply. If the G rank is high and the total supply, or this liquid supply zone, is well balanced in my opinion is at least less than the staked amount. So if the total staked is more than the liquid supply, that is really good for a high G rank chain. That lets you know there's game players over here and they understand Zen. Right? Once those numbers start to go off, you're in a limbo land where everybody already made it. And now you're buying their bags for real. So in cbXEN, I'm not trying to shill this shit. I'm just saying we threw a wrench in the system and it's getting ready to be shown. It just hasn't shown up yet because people can sell off right now. Here, let me make sure I buy another $5. $5 holla. Because yeah, I don't have 25 trillion in my possession, but I can buy $5 worth. I think one day $5 won't yield you 9 billion cbXEN. I think it's gonna get smaller and smaller because that's what it's been looking like. I literally remember when I could get $5 give me 14 billion. Now it's 9. Soon is gonna be 8, 7, 6, and then maybe it might be $5 for 1 billion. $5 holla. And then what I'm probably gonna do right now, because again, like I'm saying, I'm gonna stagger my burns because I don't need to burn. And I could also, like, if I'm like itching for burning, right? Like if you're itching for burning, you could just end your xeNFTs and then burn or sell the X burn for cbXEN and burn again. Right? Like right now I got 625 X burn tokens. And this is what we want to encourage. Like, this is encouraged. It's encouraged for you to come over here, go to Uniswap, and sell those motherfucking coins back into cbXEN. So this is the recycle loop that we're talking about in Burn Zen. Oh man, I want to see how many when's this ready? 118. I'll probably have to sign out before that finishes because I just want to get this idea out right now. But here, we'll just see how many we gross and then we'll just burn that much. So this is gonna yield me 28 cents. And like, this is like, again, why XBurn, it has no monetary value yet, because it's just a utility for Zenians. If you're itching to burn, go burn some Zen and then just start recycling it, you know, make some XBurn and sell it, because it's all sub pennies. So as long you can have, you know, 50 cents on your base account and just do this over and over again. What the hell, man? Oh, I had a sitting transaction. Let's try this again. Nah, I'm not selling my XBurn tokens. XBurn to the moon. Lols. Yeah, selling your XBurn tokens for 29 cents so you can burn Zen could come back and burn your ass. Like, if once cbXEN starts to run, it's gonna go with it. But this is just to show the cycle you can run. Oh, so this isn't even 5 billion. It's less than that. Actually, send cbXEN, like, that's where it's gotta go. Either cbXEN gotta go lower in price, so our XBurn is more valuable in cbXEN, or cbXEN has to go. Yeah, see, that's all it could be. Either cbXEN goes lower in price and XBurn has better purchase power, or cbXEN goes up in price and people want to burn cbXEN into XBurner for arbitrage to get more cbXEN, because it's often arb ratio of value, because now I can burn for XBurner and it should rise side by side with it, right? So yeah, it's kind of it's a double-edged sword if you don't know what you're doing. So you see here. See, actually, what's funny is oh hell no, this is about to burn all of my. I don't want to burn it all. I just want to burn this much. So like you see here, I just sold 625 XBurn in the cbXEN and got 568 million cbXEN. Now I can burn that cbXEN to get burn points. So I get 568 million X1 burn points. And now that's going to generate this NFT. Right. It's also going to put a little bit of Zen in the swap and burn. But it's not that much, right? So then you repeat the process. You go back, get that claimed. Damn, 641 people are really rotating over here. And then you just forfeit emergency in-stake. Right, sub pennies. That's gonna get destroyed. And you come back over here and you do it again. So like in some projects, they would be like, stop, don't do that. Cut that out. Why are you selling? You're pushing down the price. Quit it. Right? But not in this project. In this project, it's encouraged that you do this so you can get the most out of your burn like experience, you know? Like you should want the most XNT. The only way to get the most is to burn the most. So if you got an extra placeholder token that you can sell back in the cbXEN and do it again, right? Like we about to do it again. All right, we're gonna get another 513 XBurn. right? And now what this does is this farms cbXEN out of this pool for you. Now you got a farm that you can keep up with, because as long as you're burning, as long as you burn and others burn with you, this system keeps going. Because then the swap feature comes and we're going to hit this button eventually and we're going to burn some X burn. So then that way we kind of get rid of the inflation of us doing this action of getting, you know, hyperinflating our burn points. That's essentially what we're doing. But I'm going to keep getting less and less because the cbXEN, that's why this is also, it's a solo sport. Take this with a grain of salt because there's not a lot of people around right now. If more people show up and then they all decide, hey, let's farm. You see what I mean? Like, I'm getting less each time. But I'm burning 23. Like right now, you know what I'm saying? Like cbXEN might be going down because, no, it should be going up because I'm buying it essentially. Let's see. It might be too small, like these purchases to show up. Oh, well, these ones are showing up. Yeah, they ain't showing up over there. They must be showing up over here. That's V2. I'm so curious to where they show up. It could just be the routing and you just can't see it. It feels like cheating, lols. It is kind of like cheating if you know about it. But yeah, these pools, they're gonna balance out. Like, that's what's kind of funny about it. Like, we're not really cheating. We're just we're taking advantage of the technology. It's an educational way of saying it. You're not cheating. You're taking advantage of the technology. It's like that tech would be there. Yeah, I wonder where it's going. I don't really care though. I care about burning. All right, so I copy this right here. Just keep going. And what's crazy is you'll, like, if you use the burn tracker here. So on XENPub, he has the burn tracker. So like right now, I'm gonna go ahead and burn. We're gonna do it again, another round trip. And who knows, you know, like, hey, you might, we're doing this at sub pennies. X1 might be like $5 a coin, if not more than that. Like Solana is $100 worth of coin. So what are these? I had said earlier, it's like controlling your airdrop. So you're not really cheating, you're controlling the airdrop. Like, it's a fair launch for XNT if you get the utility coin. Like if you can comprehend how to make more, you know, airdrop happen because you found out about it before everybody else, then that's your advantage, you know. I don't think that's has anything to do with anyone else. This shit filling up every time I do this. Let's see if we can fill it up all the way. I'm the only one playing right now. I see that the numbers are only going up for me. So we're gonna do it again. Let's X burn. So this should go up by 400 million right here. Let's see. Yep, 5.9 instead of 5, or 5 or 943 instead of 5. So we should see that again This is how you know you're getting X1 credit for it. If you go to a burn tab and you burn your Zen and it doesn't show up on ZenPub, then you've been I hate to inform you, but you have been bamboozled. All right, we're gonna go back over here. We're gonna keep the farm going. And see, however many X burn tokens you have is gonna dictate like how many times you can roll over and over again. That's why I'm like, oh, the real whales will show up. In the like, I mean, they're already here, because that's why it's like I don't know if I'm gonna sell my X burn, because I don't know if anybody else is gonna sell the price down. Because if it's like this, where you start with a trillion Zen, and then you get 500 X burn, and you sell it, right, you're gonna knock the price down. But as soon as you go to swap it and buy it back, you're gonna push the price up. So it's just such a weird one. Awesome. Let me burn this in. So we're gonna burn another 417 million. All right, just going through. This should grow a little bit more, up to 78%. I'm gonna come over here. We'll grab this. We'll end. So this is really a fidget spinner. That's what this is. This is a fidget spinner. Y'all, man, ain't nobody on base doing shit like this, or in the Zen world at least, trying to help create value for the rest of the Zenians. Hey, I'm chilling. I need a robot to do this for me. So now I'm down to 20 cents. I started at 26 cents and now I'm down to 20 cents. So it's gonna take you a second to keep going. But yeah, now is the time to burn all the Zen. Yup. Still going up. It ain't enough though. It ain't enough. So you see, now the price is starting to vibe out. Is that 100% yet? No. I gotta burn some Zen. So yeah, I'm about to wrap up this stream, but I just wanted to kind of show, at least at the end here, for anybody that's hanging around, like what the real purpose of this Zen burner is, and like what it can do for you is more of a utility, and how you can see it really does expose all the other Zen chains. It's like nobody's over there, right? Might as well concentrate everything into 2 chains, maybe 3 chains. But there's no denying that like nobody is really here with us except us. And we have a better opportunity of controlling the next move, you know, really ushering in the next phase, right? Like, why wait around for the next phase when we could just do it ourselves? We ain't gotta wait for nobody. Oh wait, did I lock it already? Hold up. I did not. Did I sell it already? I did so. Okay, so yeah, it's time to burn. See, this is gonna get confusing, but I'm gonna keep that up. I wanted to hit the burn button so we can see it, but it's just taking way too long. Somebody go burn some so I can. Fuck it. This shit hit the threshold. God damn. Yeah, Solana's way faster than Ethereum. This shit is getting all bunched up. Making me refresh the page. So I mean, y'all gotta make some noise and see if Tree City West can change this up. I don't know the logic behind it. Of like, I gotta approve 2 times to burn. Make it a feature. All right, we burned some more. Damn, 84%. We're still 99%. God damn it. Now someone's gonna snipe it. Cause I gotta like go through all this shit to get the fucking X burn. God damn it. Let's see. Hopefully it doesn't get sniped before I could do it again. I'm over here burning the shit out of this. Burns in. Burns in. Come on, man. We got burns in. I guess if somebody really wanted to hate on the process of this, they could essentially mint a bunch of X burner and then just dump it so that nobody gets to have any fun. But then they would burn all this in at least. They'd have to burn a shit ton of Zen. They had the 5150 attack the burn just to kill this thing. That's kind of funny. And you see it's like I get a little bit of X burner. And it's in making this supply inflationary. And this is good though for supply because now the market cap can rise naturally because there's more coins available. So now this should take it up to 112. All right, we'll swap it. I'm gonna get back 28 million cbXEN. So more cbXEN in my possession. And then that's gonna buy back and burn some of the X burn. I think the V2 pools are the one. Yeah, so it bought back 590 and burned it. So I inflated the supply. I did it like 4 or 5 times at like 300. So like maybe I made like 1,000 into the pool. That's what I'm at with it. Like, if people farm the burn points, they just create more X burn, and it's like they're transferring the inflation into X burn. But as long as you know, if people see value in X burn, it will always be less than cbXEN. So you can really say like, oh, that's the store value of the cbXEN, because if I just burn with that, you know, people are looking at that as well as like, oh, that's less than cbXEN. Right. And it's hard to push the peg down. I think the lowest I saw it was like 600,000 cbXEN. Yeah, that was down here. It was like 600. So we could see if we can get back down there. But again, it's going to take a big ass burn and a big ass sell for that to go down. So I'm here for it. I'm a little winded. Been here for almost 2 hours. Yo. We'll see y'all tomorrow. Burn some Zen. Get in the habit. Learn it. Till next time. Peace.